Hello, 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 friends, Romans, countrymen. I guess I am actually asking you to lend me your ears, so hello, everybody, how's it going? Just posting on Discord that I am, streaming. Before we get rolling. Alright. Okay. The Zomboid Project. Something along those lines. Bet you, so at least a few of you forgot about the creepy ass masks that we're wearing. Hey, Vel. Okay, let's see. We're here. Been doing some work this way. It's kind of funny how hey Iris, hey Brittany, how little distance we've actually traveled because it's, you know, Raven Creek. And what, you don't like my thigh highs and my short shorts? Shows off the gams. Alright, let's see. We got ourselves a refrigerator, that's good. I would like to get one of those, like, ice freezers at some point. Got ourselves a generator. We don't have, this car works, but we don't actually have a car that, like, really works. This one only kind of technically works. The bodies in our courtyard area are starting to go away. I have tortilla chip in my teeth. There was a, as we were moving north, this is a gas station. Or we're gonna have to do a lot of work for it, because this is a police station. But that was the direction we were heading in last stream. So we'll probably continue to go that way. I'm not gonna go too far today because the it's already 1440. I'm sorry, Emily. What is it doing? It claims, from everything I can see, it claims that it's doing okay, but I obviously can't really be sure. You know what I realized? Hey, Mr. Fell. I realized as I was firing up the stream, like adjusting my OBS settings before I start the stream like I usually do, that I think I had my OBS settings wrong when I was spent over 2 hours recording RimWorld yesterday. So I have to see if it's salvageable, but I may have to start over. I got it. I figured it was, Emily. I recognize the name, plus the MMC. I put two and two together. I'm a smart man. Well, sort of, sometimes. Police, hospital. Yes, I am so smart. SMRT. Is there anybody in here? Why is there nobody in here? It actually probably wouldn't be the end of the world if I have to record it. It was a little bit... I think it might be Space Cowboy, but I'm not sure. The recording was a little awkward because I'm using a lot more mods than I usually do. And a certain amount of the beginning of that was sort of getting a handle on the mods. So if I have to re-record it, it's not the end of the world. It might actually be for the better. Yeah, I'm gonna bust the store down. What stuff are you making for yourself? Plonkies. I'll have a plonky. Apocalyptic Easter Bunny gives away pain instead of eggs. I like it. Rosewood. Who cares about rosewood? I already know both of these things. Pizza slice. I'm gonna eat that. Yeah, plonkies are their off-brand name for Twinkies. Crafting, cooking, video games. Oh, nice. Hey, that's what I'm doing, just filming my hobbies. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Yeah, one of the mods we're running is the more traits mod. And one of the traits I took when I was getting this was a trait that lets you scrounge up more stuff in the trash. So we'll find a lot of random food in the trash. Vagabond trait, yeah, that's what it's called. There's another one that lets you scrounge up stuff in, like, crates and things. Hey Luca. Which we took in a previous run. Which didn't work out as well as I liked. We found, like a bulletproof vest. Which is, you know, a nice piece of loot, but not that, not that exciting. I was hoping for more weapons and stuff, and we didn't really seem to find them. So I didn't dig it this time. It's Superman! That was interesting. I was not expecting to be able to just attack him through the wall like that. That's a little bit of a mistake. No one expects the giant bunny head. This is surprisingly quiet down here. I expected, usually these medical centers are just swarming with zombies. I know there's a bigger hospital somewhere in Raven Creek that is always completely full of zombies. It has a north-south orientation. That's all I remember about it. Where it is, I don't remember. This car also looks like it's in pretty good shape. The lock is broken. Alright, the lock is broken. Oh, that lock is broken too? Man. The dump truck's actually looking pretty good. Check out the dump truck. We're in pretty good shape. In the dump truck? Hey, colonists. Locked. I don't know. We'll check it out if I can get it open. No key. Still working on getting the, well, actually I'm not really working. I still have intentions of getting the skill to hotwire cars. We're just not there yet. Yeah, this is a quality, somebody broke the window, but other than that, this is in really good shape. $112 is your answer. For how much the dumper can hold. Is it still gonna be hot then? I've seen that it's super, super hot in the Midwest. It's really nice. It's, well, not super nice. It's surprisingly nice here. Just to have your stuff in the upstate New York instead. It's way nicer. Revolver. A tarp. Alright, let's just head back to the house for the evening. I like that I'm calling the storage unit we're living in now a house. Such a nice house. We've had a relatively minor summer in terms of heat. This hasn't been too bad. 1840, huh? So smoke a cigarette. Book-wise, where are we on skills? Also, how is this, whatever this injury is? Still not good. We got the boost for metalworking. We got the boost for mechanics. So anything else I want to read? Cooking, I guess. Yeah, that backpack is, in this particular case, it is the, where is it? Where are you? Why don't I see? Oh, because it's above the thing. It's the Robbie the Rabbit backpack. It was the guy we killed that had the Robbie the Rabbit costume on. Also had this backpack. You know what I actually want to try? Let's see if this, this wearable cigarette we have, does it show through the mask? No, it does not. Oh well. Yeah, it's a pretty good backpack. It's capacity 38, encumbrance reduction 80. It's pretty solid. William, hello. All right, bedtime. I should make sure I have all of our. I'm gonna go north to that gas station. I should make sure we have all of our various available gas cans for such a trip. One here. I feel like I had a second one somewhere. Yeah. That's good, golly. Sorry, chat's being weird. Where's that book? Yeah, let's put that away. How is our weight, anyways? 76 and falling. We should probably eat more then. Let's have an entire box of cereal for breakfast. Alright, we're gonna head north. Try and claim the gas station today. Is the goal. Where are you in Wisconsin, Golly? I used to live in Wisconsin for quite a while. NC would be North Carolina, yeah. Fox Valley. I lived in Madison for like 7 years when my wife was in grad school. Oh, hello. More of you than I thought. Whoa! I don't know where he was hiding. Yeah, we do have the RV interiors, but we don't have, haven't done much with it yet. Seems like it's a good thing you left. Ah. This is not where the crimes were being committed. Yeah, Madison's a great city. One of the things about going to grad school, at least I don't know about all grad schools, but or all disciplines, that is, but in the discipline my wife is in, sociology, pretty much if you go to a school for grad school, they're not going to hire you. Like, it's something about, you know, trying to keep the intellectual stuff mixing around or what have you. So, like, if you go to a place for grad school, unless you're like a super hotshot, they're not going to hire you to do work. So it's one of these things where by going to Madison and getting to live in Madison while she's in grad school, which is a great city, she basically guarantees as long as she stays in academia, she never gets to live in Madison again, even if she wants to. Let's deal with this group first. My parents and sister and her family live down in San Antonio, and I was texting with them yesterday about the tropical storm Harold that was passing through. They're right on the edge of it. Didn't even really get that much in the way of rain, which is a shame because they could really use it. Yeah, San Antonio is very nice. Oh, kind of forgot that group was there. Oops, my bad. Well, I know it's elongated, which is reach. Rapid is, I guess, attack speed, so it's a little bit faster than normal, and it can hit from a little further away, so it's not overpowered or anything. Not like some of them can be. Archaeology and you live in Chicago. Does that mean you work for the Field Museum? Hey, no ads. Already got too big of a group coming after me anyways. No new people. And say hi to the what's her name? Sue? The T-Rex skeleton? Zombies with their Easter candy. You ever read any of the Dresden Files books? School bed with nothing in it. Yeah, this is so I guess spoiler alert for like, I don't know, probably the like 11th or 12th book and the 9th book in the series. But Dresden Files is about a guy who's a wizard who lives in modern day Chicago. But there's towards the climax of one of the books, he animates the he animates the Sue, the Tyrannosaurus skeleton, and uses it to help fight bad guys. Oh man, there's no this doesn't have the thing I wanted. Guess I'll just have to settle for gasoline. Yeah, no popsicle freezer. Lots of junk food. Annotated map in Muldra. I don't even know why I bothered to look at that. It's not like there's annotated maps for this place. Oh, 2 of them. That's more of a problem. Read that. Hey, another one. This seems like a mistake, because there's no door between these 2 rooms. And there's no door here, so there's little... I guess maybe that's supposed to be like that outdoor bathroom? I bet that's what that's supposed to be. I would actually like to live in the Chicago area. Like, it's not a where would you live if you had unlimited resources. Chicago would probably not be the option. But, I would like to live in the Chicago area if in terms of realistic places to go. But yeah, my wife would like to get back closer to family, if at all possible, which is the greater Chicago area, because her sister and her parents and stuff all live in outside of Chicago in DeKalb, Illinois. And while I don't want to live in DeKalb, I'd be happy to live in Chicago to be closer to them. Be nice to live closer to my family too, but they live in San Antonio, and Texas, I don't know if you've noticed, has gone a little crazy the last few years, so makes it a little less interesting a place to live. Yeah. Zombie, can't you see I'm busy? I actually really like living in upstate New York. It's like I mean, it's really pretty this time of year. The winters can be problematic, but they're not terrible. I mean, They're not as cold as Midwestern winters, so that's, you know, better. A little bit more snow, but not as much. And we actually thought about, I probably talked about this before, but we thought about at one point trying to go back to New Zealand. And my wife actually took, like, was applying for jobs there. And got to, like, the final round, or like the when they get it down to like three applicants or whatever. But we were like, you know, as cool as it would be to live in New Zealand again, because I think I fit well with the culture of that country and whatnot, it's so far away. Like, you're basically 3 days, 2 to 3 days away from being back to anywhere you want to be in the United States. Like, maybe if we didn't have family. Hey, Master Nook. Yeah, but it's like, you know, if you wanted to, if one of our families had an emergency or something, you're like 3 days from being home, or like at least 2.5 days from being home. Yeah. Problem with Spain for me, though, is that I don't speak Spanish. And honestly, don't really want to learn. Yeah, and expensive to get back. We lived in Dunedin, Cowboy, which is on the southern part of the South Island. It's kind of their biggest. It's their biggest college town, which is pretty much why we were there, because my wife was doing field work for her PhD, and she got like a affiliation with a center on campus at the Otago. Yeah, zombie. Yeah, but I don't want to be one of those people. I don't want to be one of those people that is like, hey, I live in your country. No, I don't speak your language. I didn't really get to finish looking at that car. I don't know why I mean, I'm not complaining, but we're like really just destroying the zombies today. Alright, I guess I'll start working on the crowds that we have to get through to get to the police station. Only I can sustain it. Pace myself. This one's got bloodthirsty. Bloodthirsty was damage, right? That might be part of it. It's a fancy Dodge Ram. I believe I also have both Lumberjack and Stout. I know I have Lumberjack. I usually take Stout, so probably. that a shiv? Do you have a shiv? Or is that a sharpened, oh, it's a sharpened screwdriver. It's too bad we don't have any metalworking stuff. There's lots of cars here we could dismantle for metalworking experience and materials. Yeah, actually, we got around quite a bit. My wife got around more than I did because she was traveling a lot for her PhD to various farms and stuff. So she saw a lot of places that are like way off the beaten track because she was going to farm days and interviewing farmers and stuff. But we managed to do a thing where both my parents and her parents both came for trips. They used it as excuses, like the fact that we were there as an excuse to come visit New Zealand and let us plan the trips for them. So by letting us plan the trips, we planned 2 almost completely different trips so that we could see different things while we were with them. So we got quite a bit of coverage of the country. Did the South Island and like the west coast of the South Island with my parents, and did most of the North Island stuff with my in-laws. Yes, it works out well. There we go. Going down. Hey, I hate it when you hit them and it pushes them slightly out of your reach. It's like, come on, man. You're right there. Yeah. What? I forget what year that Christchurch earthquake was. That wasn't too long after, I think, after we left either. We were there middle of 2008 to middle of 2009 when we lived there. I think I've already tried to let you guys out. Yeah. 2011? Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, there's a guy from the center that my wife was a part of when we were in New Zealand that still to this day sends her jobs every once in a while. It's like, you sure you don't want to come back? The last time he sent a job was was in 2020, and it was the date that the job closed in terms of like when you had to have your materials in by to be considered was in like the middle of October 2020. And my wife was like, can you push it back till like the second week of November? Before I decide if I want to apply for this job. He's like, no, we can't push it back. I never saw any of the, we never really saw any of the Lord of the Rings stuff when we were there. That's one thing we didn't really get to. Other than that, every once in a while, like you'd see like a mountain in the difference, and he's like, "That? See that mountain? Yeah, that's Mountain Doom." Sorry, I didn't mean 2020. I meant 2022. No, wait, did I mean 2020? What was the year of the election? I can't remember. No, 2020. Yeah. Whatever year the election was, because it was like it closed like right before the election happened. Because our joke was that, you know, if things had not gone a different way, we might want to escape the United States. I mean, the country was super locked down, but that was for like visiting. If you were going there to live for a job, you could still get in. I'll leave one of these here. %, fuel is fine. Now we just have to wait until the power goes out. Not that I'm looking forward to that, but it will happen eventually. Alright, food goes in the refrigerator. Even if it doesn't need to be refrigerated. This bag of chips. Looks like we need some water. Well, the find was probably overselling it. I had to play the zombies come inside the open doors. Which one? I think it was probably this one that I was doing it. No? Was it the one at the end? I can't remember which one. Zombies, please come inside the open doors so I can kill you inside the building and you'll spawn me a key. Was that move. What about a gas can? Is there a gas can icon? Gas, right there. The gas station. We don't currently. I have a server that Apex Hosting gave me a while back that we used to use, but I loaned it to another YouTuber because we weren't using it. I loaned it to another YouTuber who I'm friends with so that he could use it with his community because they were actively doing stuff at the time. So, sort of yes, sort of no, Matthew, I guess is the answer. Yeah, it's not in very good shape, I don't think, if I remember correctly. It also, no, it's actually not that bad. I didn't remember that it had this little, like, back area that was already set up. But we could in theory live in here, but it's so far, at least so far, is not mobile. I don't think it's supposed to be a survivor bus, because I feel like if it was a survivor bus, it would have a bed. I think this is supposed to be like a... I don't know, maybe it is supposed to be a survivor bus. I don't know. Yeah, it's actually not in great shape. Because at some point I'm gonna have to clear these other apartment complexes that are right here. But you, little gremlin. What quality are you? Yeah, not too bad. Your engine is terrible. Really are unsafe at any speed. Actually, I don't remember if that was this car in a car or not. Yeah, it feels to me like the number of zombies has dropped for some reason. There you are. If I remember correctly, I'm on the one notch below insane. I can't remember what that one's called. Very high. And it used to be. I mean, we've had lots of zombies around, but they must have wandered off in some. Oh, my axe broke. They must have wandered off in some direction or something, because we have been depleting the area, but it doesn't. It seems like an exceptional amount. Mostly just clearing buildings. I mean, I'm sort of halfway looking for suddenly can't remember the name. Metalworking tools, so that I can start working on that a little bit. I suppose I should start, because I would like to be able to hotwire cars. I suppose I should start actually doing that, working on cars. I just find that so much of that kind of stuff so tedious. You know, let me take apart a car and put it back together repeatedly. Alright, this axe is almost broken. This axe is broken. And this one is almost broken, so let's ditch that. We'll get out the mammoth hand axe of the ninja. And this other axe that has not gotten any levels yet. Book. Read book. We need a carpet. We need a rug for this room. $4.50. Got up too early. Yeah, I don't know Raven Creek at all, so I know this is residential, so we probably wouldn't find much there in terms of books, but like other than that I know the entrance is over here, I don't really know where to go to find things like a bookstore. Start doing a whole rabbit theme. I'm late. I'm late. These down here. Oh, we can head that way. As good as anything. Although I should probably eat some food before we get going. Oops. That really should be in the... Oh, it can't fit in the freezer. Oh no. You know, give me this. I'm gonna go cook it in one of the rooms nearby. One of the places nearby with a what do you call it? An oven. Did the power just go out, or did the lights just go off? I think the power might have just died right as we were running along down. Oh, nope, never mind. Light just went off for the day. I see him. Salmon breakfast. Need some bagels to go with that. Good work. So I learned some random facts today that I'm going to share with you. If you're inclined to the same YouTube channels as me, you probably learned them as well. Finally, you're on TV. Did you know that the word vaccination comes from the Latin word for cow? This is a new one I learned today. Car battery. Because the first vaccination was a smallpox vaccination, which was based on cowpox, a similar disease that infects cows. So that's where the word vaccination comes from. Also, the cow that they used in the original testing was named Blossom. Hey, the key. No gas, though. I haven't read this yet. Not in good shape. About as functional as that other car we found. So, what were the other things I learned? Along the same lines, I don't know if you've ever heard there's sort of a stereotypical idea of milkmaids being pretty. Like sort of in popular consciousness, this idea that of the pretty milkmaid. Apparently that comes from the same smallpox era for the same reason that the most people that worked with cows, like milkmaids, got cowpox instead of smallpox. So then they didn't have smallpox scars all over them, so they were prettier than your average person. Good to know. Thanks, Blue. I do not know the origins of the word vacation. That might just be a coincidence. It's an appliance store. Still no Still no ice popsicle freezer though. Hey, a trailer. What was the other one? There's another. I got some more facts that I learned today that I'm trying to share. Now I have trouble remembering them. This is always the trouble, is that they. I accumulate a lot of random, weird little facts in my brain, but they almost always have to be triggered. I have a lot of trouble recalling them just off the top of my head. Oh, I remember one of them. The word battery. To, the idea of the battery, or not the idea of the battery, the word battery, was created by Benjamin Franklin of Founding Fathers fame. The guy who invented the battery, Volta, where the word volt comes from, Volta called his invention the voltaic pile. Oh, this is a RPD. This is a authentic Z zombie for Resident Evil. Yeah, but he called it the voltaic pile. And then when Franklin was doing his electrical experiments, you know, kite and a key kind of thing, he started referring to it as a battery. I don't know where he got the name from, but he started calling it battery. And it stuck, because he was extremely famous. And so people listened to him when he said things. Because he wanted the national bird to be the turkey, right? Is that where he was going with that? More food. I could, but there'd be really no point to getting a mohawk back when I have a, you know, giant bunny head. Well, there's a random fact that got triggered for me. The turkey. I guess the name turkey for the bird came from actually does come from the country Turkey, even though the bird is from the Americas. Oh, nice. Because the bird got popular with, I am gonna have to bust this. I thought I wasn't gonna have to bust in here. The bird got popular in the Arab world. Was taken from the Americas and brought overseas and got popular in the Arab world, and then worked its way into into Europe proper, like England and whatnot. Afterwards, so it was called it's called turkey because it came from Turkey, as far as they could tell. It was axes. We're now up to level 6 axes. Level 6 axes. Hey, key. Oh, the axe itself. Robust. That I believe is a durability boost, which is good. Man, you actually aren't any good. I thought you looked like you were in good shape. Oh well. No's still winning today. I've been doing very well, thank you very much. Oh, I bet I could get a... Oh, no, maybe not. I thought for sure there would be a carpet in here that I could get. Oh, no carpet. It's fine, you don't have to justify your answer. People can vote how they want for whatever reason they want. That car looks like it's in pretty good shape, actually. Of course, I've been fooled before. You said that, and my first thought was, there are no toddlers in Zomboid. Is that a mod? And then I realized you were referring about your real life toddler. In, you know, real life and not in the zombie game. I'm a smart man, I promise. Yeah, it usually doesn't work out so great. I had to learn a lesson, which I actually learned. One of these doors must be broken. I actually learned a lesson. I had to learn it multiple times. That I should never stop an episode while I'm in the middle of fighting zombies, or like when I'm still like where fighting zombies will be a thing that I do almost immediately upon starting the game back up, because the number of series that ended because I had been fighting for a long time, and I stopped because I'd run out of time in the episode. Then I got back in and started fighting and almost immediately died. It happened more than once. I mean, other games have done kid zombies. I understand why they won't do it though. It's like it's an unnecessary level of controversy, and would be off-putting to a selection of the audience. So it's like robust acts of piercing. That seems pretty good. It's like there's really not much to gain. I mean, I guess you gain a small amount of realism, but who cares? I want to go look at this this mini mart over here, the Zippy Mart. Well, Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead does it. You get a mood debuff for killing child zombies until you've killed like 100 of them, I think. Hey, cigarettes. Hey, there's a popsicle freezer. I was looking for it. Was not expecting it there, but I'll take it. Well, RimWorld Forever, I mean, they've never had kids. They do now, but for a long, long time, Tynan was on record about saying he didn't want to add kids to the game because of that issue, where he didn't want, you know, children to... didn't have to deal with a situation where you get in trouble for having kids die. I'm not entirely sure what changed his mind for biotech, but... There's, I haven't been following Dark Days Ahead very much because I have kind of disagreed with the direction that the game has been going in, so there's been no reason for me to follow it. But I sort of checked back in recently, and apparently there's, like, major controversy going on in the community right now. Oh, I do need it. Is it a sledge to get in the Zippy Mart? But the main thing I wanted, which was an ice freezer, is right there, so I don't need to get in there anymore. They're like, a lot of people are feeling like the main set of devs in Cataclysm are being too heavy-handed in their changes. It's mostly that the main set of devs in the game are taking the game in a direction that is very quote-unquote realism focused. They're taking a lot of the goofier elements out of the game and turning certain aspects that have been in the game for a long time, they're taking out in favor of more realistic, which mostly means more cumbersome mechanics to replace them, and it's causing the community to get part of the community to get very annoyed because also some of the features won't be fully implemented, and when the people are like, "Hey, why are you doing this?" they just basically say because we feel like it, like because we want to do it, without giving any sort of reason as to why they're doing it. This is what I've just picked up from the little bit that I've read about, so I could have some of it wrong. And I have no dog in this fight, so I don't know who's right and who's wrong. And, but it is apparently a big issue going on in that community. Hey, I'm doing alright. How about yourself? Yeah, it's updated basically daily. It's a community constructed game. Like there is no. In theory, anybody can put a change into the game, but there's like a committee of people that sort of decide what actually gets put into the game. You can attempt to make a change to the game, and you sort of submit it, and there's like a committee of devs that decide if it actually gets put into the mainline game or not. But it literally gets updates basically daily. Like, there are changes that are made to that game basically every day. Where are you guys going? A little conga line coming down the street here. But yeah, but for a while, for me personally, for a while they've been going in a direction that I haven't been interested in, because it's been getting too, like I said before, the changes I feel like are mostly cumbersome rather than fun. So it's the reason you have not seen a Cataclysm playthrough in a long time. There we go. Oh, I forgot we had cabbage. Oh, well, that's gonna need to go in the refrigerator. I left it out. Left it out because we were gonna eat salads and then I forgot about it. So we're not gonna eat salads for a bit. Just gonna put those in the freezer. Yeah, I guess the big thing right now is that the game, like Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, I guess is what they call a fork of the original Cataclysm game, which was basically abandoned by its original creator many years ago now. And so they forked off of that original Cataclysm game and created Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. And over the years, especially when there's been unpopular changes happening, more forks have appeared. Like there's one that's called Cataclysm Bright Nights that exists. And so one of the big things that the community seems to be, like a section of the community was like, is if you don't like these changes that this group is making, just fork it. Just fork the game off and go in a different way and make your own like version of Cataclysm. Certain other games like this that have been community projects, like Space Station 13, if you've ever heard of that. I guess has a million different forks. Like that community forks the game constantly. But Cataclysm is, for whatever reason, very resistant to forking the game. Yeah, I mean, you always just have to see how those changes pan out. Zombie sitting on the wall? What you talking about? What you talking about, Philip? Oh. Was that what you were talking about, Philip? They do have some mods, but I guess one of the other things that I was reading that that some of the people are complaining about is that the argument the community is making that some of the more unpopular changes that they're putting in could easily be given like toggleables, like in the option menus you could say, hey, I don't like this thing, can I just turn it off? Because I guess sometimes, hey, this baseball bat's actually in good shape. I wonder why I threw it on the ground. Probably so I could find it later. Like there's this thing called portal storms that has been added that a lot of people don't like. And I guess you can make it not happen just by putting in like a line of code or commenting out a line of code, one of the two. And when people complain about it, the guys that are the developers that exist currently are like, well, just go into your version of the game, and because you can access the code in the game, just go into your version of the game and comment to this one bit of code out and you won't have the things anymore. And so people are like, well, can you just put an option in one of the menus that lets us just turn them off if it's that easy to get rid of it? And they say, no, we're not going to do that. That's too much trouble. So, a little bit of mixed messaging going on. Zombies, where you hiding? Now, granted, the devs, like I'm trying to preface all of this with saying that I'm probably only really seeing one side of it. What, your garage door doesn't open into your living room? Because I guess the developers got annoyed with a while back. The main developers got annoyed with the subreddit a while back and stopped frequenting it, and now just use a forum, one of the forums somewhere else. And since I'm only sort of casually seeing this because I subscribe to the subreddit and have for many years. I'm not obviously not seeing the developer side of it. I'm only seeing the people on Reddit talking about it. So I might not be getting the whole story. Like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight, so I don't know who's in the wrong and who's in the right. Oh, that's a floor. Hey, welding mask. That's part of the metalworking stuff we need. I just said that's a floor, didn't I? I meant it was a rug. In case you didn't pick up on my very eloquently just exclaiming that's a rug or that's a floor. I was trying to say that there's a carpet here we could take. Is anybody here playing Baldur's Gate 3? Curious as to what people think of it. I'll have to check to see if I have a propane torch. I don't think I have a propane torch. I don't remember it, at least. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the time, unfortunately. Like, I would love to play it, but game seems very much up my alley, but there's no, I don't have time for a 100-hour RPG in my life right now, unfortunately. My weight is still going down? Yeah, I will eat the stuff in the trash then. Except for I won't, because it's rotten. Gonna walk up this block and then circle around to our house. I've heard, I don't know if this is actually a true story or if it's just one of those things that people say, that the reason it's called Final Fantasy is because it was, the studio was about to go broke and they had enough for one more game. So they called it Final Fantasy and then it was a huge hit, so they didn't go broke after all. I don't know if that's actually a true story or not. I don't think I have either, Kevin. Now that you say that, I'm pretty sure Neverwinter Nights was the last time one of those for me as well. Hadn't really thought about that. Speaking of old games, did you guys see that that Night Dive, the people that make the remakes and remasters of old games, are oh, I should take the welding rods, that's right. Thank you. It's a good call. are making a remaster of the original Dark Forces. I just saw the trailer today. There's a lot of zombies in that room. Star Wars first-person shooter Dark Forces. It doesn't seem to be a survivor house, it just seems to have a lot of zombies in it. Like, there's none of these windows are barricaded, so it doesn't seem to be a survivor house. It just seems to be a popular house. Oop, I saw you. Where are you, zombie? I caught a glimpse of you. There you are. One of the things I was reminded of when I saw that Dark Forces reveal was that I have always found the Jedi to be the least, Jedi and Sith stuff to be like the least interesting part of the Star Wars universe to me, like since I was a kid. Because I remember very clearly being in high school when the sequel to Dark Forces came out. And they were like, Dark Forces 2 is when they start actually giving the main character like Jedi powers. Dark Forces 1 is like straight up it was a Star Wars Doom clone essentially. There's like no force powers at all in it. And I remember being really annoyed. And I was like, oh man. Now he's just gonna be a Jedi? I think that's part of the reason I like Andor so much. I mean, besides the fact that just Andor is just great. But one of the things I love about it is that it's not focused on the Jedi stuff. Oh, the welding rods. I forgot about that. Go back and get those. Oh yeah, I remember the X-Wing and TIE Fighter games. Those were good too. I never had those, but one of my really good friends as a kid had those, and we played them. I played them at his house. We used to play a lot of computer games together. Me and him also played like a lot of the. Oh, I'm gonna be trapped back here, aren't I? Yeah. The Sierra adventure games, the Space Quests and King's Quests and Police Quests. The thing we used to do together. We'd pool our childhood brains to actually solve the puzzles. I do remember Wing Commander. Was it Wing Commander 3 had Mark Hamill in it? Oh, and all the FMV stuff with Mark Hamill was Wing Commander 3. That's the one I really remember. Should probably fill my water bottle up, huh? Probably be a good idea. Seeing as I'm extremely thirsty. No, I own that one. That's why I remember it. It's the only Wing Commander game I ever owned. I couldn't finish it either. I was super annoyed. Because, you know, back in the day when there was no internet to push patches, I had a corrupt, that game came on like 5 CDs or something like that. Maybe 3 CDs? I can't remember how many CDs. On a bunch of CDs. And, my final CD, whatever the final CD in the group was corrupt. Had a broken file on it. So I could play the game all the way up until, I think it literally was like, you're heading back to Earth to head off the Kilrathi's attacking of Earth or something like that. Like the last couple of missions of the game. And it'd be like, insert disc 5. And I'd put disc 5 in and then the game would crash. With some sort of, I don't remember what the code it would give me, but some sort of broken code about the disc being bad. And I never got to finish that game. Oh, I remember Biff was in. Yeah, he was in that, wasn't he? Not now, zombies. I'm going to bed. Sun's setting. It's time for sleep. This is just how they spawn in Raven Creek. There's a lot of cars. It's supposed to be a city, so it kind of makes sense. The only car that was been placed is this one. That I drove it here when I found it, because it functions. Sort of. Let's put down our new fancy rug. It's making the place look a little bit more homey. At some point, maybe we'll get it regular floors. Should probably get rid of these boxes at some point too. Not really gaining much by their presence. Let's have a snow globe. Maybe some tortilla chips. Trying to get our weight to stop dropping. I am old. I'm 41 years old. Closer to 42 than I am to 41. I'm a crotchety old man. Yeah, I can get my mount now. Alright, so I actually did all these houses. We also did these over here. I'm not going to qualify any of the rest of this as having been finished. Alright, give me a steak. I'll take that. When it's done unfreezing, we're gonna go cook it across the street. Man, it looks sepia tone outside today. That's a weird, weird weather effect. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Don't you hate it when the world is sepia tone? It almost looks black and white. Oh, I was gonna check if I had a propane tank, wasn't, or propane torch, wasn't I? Hey zombie, get out of there. Where'd you go? Oh, yeah, there he is. They've gone plaid. Yeah, that's one of the things zombies will do a lot of the time when if they don't have anything to do and they're standing near a window, is they'll just hop in and out, back and forth. I like the tiny little bunny tail peeking out from underneath the backpack when I go into attack mode. Hey, another school bus. Oh, and a lot of zombies. Let's back up a little bit. It's kind of hard. It's hard to tell from the outside. Like I heard a zombie. Did I hear a zombie? No. Okay. Hey, AA's here. I didn't know this was in the game. What mod adds this? Nothing, apparently? I guess it's just decorative? Whoever did the RV mod, I guess, then. Well, ambiguous amphibian. Plushie. This is just a standard school bus. Oh, try and pick it up. Yeah, let's see. A plush. Encumbrance 5. Man, that's... He's a big boy. My steak is ready to be cooked. Let's go in here and find a oven I can use. Also, the rain is getting quite bad. I guess we could clear this place. So I think I have to do eventually. Now that I have him in my inventory, does it say what mod adds him? Answer's no. Okay. Yeah, I saw that he was going to have a stream previewing City Skylines 2. He didn't let you see him, did he? He never lets anybody see him. He did? Oh, big move. It's been a long time since he's let anybody see him. In his very early days, prior to his meteoric rise, he actually used to show his face on a very regular basis. And then he stopped. It's been a long time. And he got rid of all those old videos. And so nobody who came in later ever saw him. He did it, actually the reason he did it originally was is that he was a teacher for a while. Before he became a full-time YouTuber, he was a middle school teacher. And he didn't want to be recognizable potentially to his students. That was his reasoning behind it. That's why he didn't show his face. But he's obviously not. He has not been a middle school teacher for several years now. Hey, Norm. Yeah, although voices are not as they seem very recognizable, but out of context, it probably is not as noticeable. Although I actually have a person, I know that it's not Nurse because I know where Nurse lives and she doesn't live in the same place that I do. But there is a person I work with who I see only occasionally because they work a different shift than me, that sounds a lot like Nurse. Like enough that I was like, I know where Nurse lives and it's not here. But I almost want to ask you if you do YouTube. Man, it's really dark today. Some heavy rain. Good day to clear an apartment building. At one of the TV stations I used to work at, there was a guy that just worked in master control, which is like the people that keep the station on the air, who had a really great voice. He had actually done radio earlier in his life, but had stopped doing radio. And the people at the station who made commercials for the station and for some local clients would pull him out of master control to come to do like voiceovers for him for the commercials. So it was sort of funny that like this just some guy who works in master control was also like the voice you heard all over the place on TV. Understandable, Kevin. Thanks for coming out. Tell your wife I say hey. If I don't make it, tell my wife I said hello. All I know is that my gut says maybe. Briggs shirt. It is checkerboard tile. It's true. We could embrace the Alice in Wonderland theme. But I don't really feel like prying up a bunch of tile right now. Yeah, it's Futurama. It's the neutral planet. Rosemary's winter jacket hoodie. Let's see what Rosemary's winter jacket hoodie looks like. Oh, it's just a winter jacket. That's not very fun. I like this. I like this one better. Power Pete? No, I don't remember that. I did have a Mac in the early 90s, though. But mostly, as having a Mac in the early 90s, mostly just meant that I was annoyed that we didn't have a PC. Because all the games I wanted to play were on the PC. We actually had a Mac Classic. Which is the little box, little black and white box. Mc-90s. Alright, have I stemmed the tide? No, we're still losing weight. Why are we still losing weight? I've been eating like every opportunity I get. Whoa! I never got into programming when I was a little kid, which is probably a shame. Probably be a much more successful person if I had as a child. I knew just enough stuff to launch things in like DOS and whatnot. That's as far as my programming knowledge went. Yeah, I just usually don't have this much trouble keeping weight on. Usually it's like you start getting fat, eating too much. I think I've talked about this before, but my first computer was a oh. When did they do that? Recently? Beef jerky. It's all stale. Oh, this is so good. The rest of that is. The leek is for some reason. Why is this one fresh and this one stale? I'm just gonna leave them both behind. My first computer was a Atari ST. Yeah, it's fine, Blue. I appreciate the information. Hey, Woodaxe. Blue in the I was working on a new season of a new RimWorld series, which unfortunately I think I'm gonna have to re-record what I've done so far because my audio was messed up. I'm gonna see if I can salvage it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. But your name is the first name of the first child in the colony, in the version that I've recorded so far. But like I said, chances are I'll have to re-record it. But you were the first little baby. You probably still will again. Like, even if I re-record it, you'll probably be the first name I use after the initial starting group. But if we get a volunteer to join us before we have a baby in the colony, which we did not this time, then you will probably be the first, you know, captured person instead of a baby. No, nobody died, at least in that episode that I was recording before. And relatively quiet. Actually, surprisingly quiet. Because I'm running a bunch of mods that I, whoops, don't feel super confident about them all interacting properly with each other. We hadn't had any events for a while, and I was like, did something about my mods break the events? This seems like way too long without having anybody come and try to kill us. But then somebody showed up and tried to kill us. Nice. I never played any of those super old D&D games. Well, a lot of them I think fell out of the a lot of them worked their way out of the building by now, because this building has been in memory pretty much since the beginning, because our base is so close. So I think a lot of them have just kind of worked their way out of the building. Obviously not the ones in here, because there's no broken doors or windows, but a lot of cases I think that's the case. Oop, I'll take that. I'll take this stuff. And we'll take these cigarettes, this. I don't need the beer. Canned milk is good calories. There you go. Now we're gaining weight. Beer is good calories, that's true. I mean, good in the sense when you're trying to gain weight. Not so great when you're trying to lose it. Get funky. I'm looking at all these shelves, but I don't really need much stuff at this point, so I'm just kind of going through it real quick, making sure there's no zombies and... Oh, hello, big cross on the wall. No, I'm pretty sure it's used for starting fires. Starting fires first. Disinfecting wounds second. Actually, you know what? Give me one of those bowls. I'm not actually sure we have a bowl. I need it for salad making. Disinfecting wounds second, and then drinking third. That is the order of use of bourbon. Is the roof already? Ah. Stupid door. Think you can keep me out? I did already do this room. Okay. I hate fighting on the stairs. We're gonna go back up, fight him in here. Got any more friends? Yes, you do. Eggs. I think one of those hordes that was wandering around outside shifted its way towards this building, I'm gonna guess. Anybody else? Need to check that one last room, but I don't want to get jumped while we're in there. Found the zombies. Scrap metal, safety goggles. Yeah, they probably did hear me destroying the door, that's true. Good call. Hey Felicia, how's it going? It's pretty much the same as watching the videos, except for longer, and I talk back. Other than that, pretty much the same. Hey, a little tiny school bus. I had a feeling there might be some zombies right there. Funny you should mention that, Felicia, because we actually have a mod that lets you do that if you really want to. Called RV Interiors. For instance, this bus here, which we've already checked out before, if you go inside of it, then you can go enter. And it's the inside of a bus, which this one somebody's already made some adjustments to. I did not do this. Unfortunately, this bus is in terrible shape, so it's not very useful, but could be in theory. Home sweet home. How many days in are we at this point? 13 days? It's getting to the longer end of the amount of time the power will stay on, but it's by no means excessive yet, so we'll see. Don't fill the bowl. It's fine, the bowl doesn't need to get filled. Oh, I was gonna look to see if we have a propane torch. Pretty sure we don't. I don't actually remember how we set it. I think that the chances are is yes. I more often than not set it for helicopter sometimes. But I don't honestly remember which way we had it set. Let's read these magazines. Wish I could remember what day it was that it occurred on, because it would be exactly 10 days after that the next one would arrive. Yeah, I gotta put him on my bed. Yeah, we had one already. It was day, I want to say probably 7 or 8, would be my guess. But I don't remember. Oh, I can't put him on the bed? Oh no. Hey, he's gotta live on the floor. Poor guy. He was right there. Actually, yeah, pick that back up. I want to see, can I put him on... Put him like here? Put him there, in theory. But I don't think I can reach it. Oh no, there it is. There's the bed. I saw him on the bed for a second. There you go. Nope, okay. That's not actually there. Okay, he can just live on the floor here. Yeah, I usually keep them category-wise. That's my usual route, is to keep them organized by category. I'm just gonna finish this book. Probably go to bed a little bit late or whatever. There we go. 23 is not too bad. Oh, food. Oh, I'm gonna get, hang on. Apparently I'm gonna get a malice for eating frozen cereal, so I'll just wait for that to thaw. Speaking of things you don't know, I saw a thing on the subreddit today. It was like, here's the list of all the... It was like a picture of all the various different Moodles that are in the game. And there was definitely one on there that I'd never seen before. I guess it barely gets used. Like, you have to do some very specific things to trigger it. It's like, it looks like a ball and chain. And it's like impeded movement or something. People say that they've only ever gotten it when they have like, they're like walking around without shoes on. And they get like a cut on their foot or something like that. Thanks for coming by, Felicia. What is triggering those emojis there? I had not seen that before. Oh, cool. I hadn't seen that happen before. It's neat. Why aren't the rest of you giving me emojis? Please note the joke in that comment. Your game is powered by love. I will happily accept emojis, but nobody's required to give them to me. Yeah, I guess one of the reasons. Hey Nora. One of the reasons it doesn't get done much is that clothing movement restrictions aren't really functional in the game at the moment. They're like, even though the clothes say they're gonna slow you down, they don't really actually slow you down. You come to me, zombies. It's easier than me coming to you. Okay, getting a little winded, need a cigarette. I think those two things might be linked. Well, they would be in real life, they're not in the game. They should be. Oh, man. I had a, I'll go sit on the bench in the bus area. I had a rough morning in terms of directing shows this morning. Had some relatively, serious is probably overselling it. We had some technical issues that popped up during the show that made it a little bit more exciting than it normally is. One of the joys of working in the extremely early morning hours to do these shows is that the engineers, who are the ones who can fix like the big tech problems, are, surprise surprise, not working at the time. So you have to like decide if it's a big enough deal to call them about it and wake them up, or if you're just gonna try and get it done yourself. The joys of television. I never go in this one of the. Maybe I missed this room, this house, apartment, whatever the hell it's called. Bundled sheet. What is this? Unfold sheet. I just found a Dow. That is some sort of large sword. I wonder if I've missed those before. I only barely noticed that. It's interesting. I probably walked by some of those. Someone want to do a quick Wikipedia on what a Dao is? Or if you're a sword guy or lady, I assume you might just know. Dao, D-A-O. Some sort of sword. Hello, Penny. Penny has stopped by to say hello. You prefer to wield the NASDAQ? It's got more tech stocks. It's a little bit sexier. A single-edged Chinese sword. Okay, thanks, Golly. How's it going, Penny? You just come to tell me that Becky came home? I heard her. Penny does not helpfully sit in an easily dog-cammed place the way that Daphne used to, so I can't really do my dog cam anymore. It's unfortunate. See if we can get into the police station. I guess we should try the Dao. It's not gonna be good as good as our axe right now because our long blade skill is non-existent. Hello. Goodbye. Seems to have pretty good damage. These barriers out of the way so we can get in here. Zombie's making noise, making me uncomfortable. Okay. It's kind of lucky that that was unlocked. Yeah, there they come. Ooh, there's a bunch of you. I like the mental image of him doing this fight with a road barrier over his shoulder. Okay, can I just drop this? No, okay. See if I can get enough distance so I can put this damn thing down. Also, my nose is super itchy all of a sudden. There we go. Winded myself carrying that stupid barrier around. Rest here for a second. Alright. Another RPD vest. More Resident Evil stuff. That guy wearing like little pack things around his waist. Anybody else? Yes. Was RPD Silent Hill? I thought it was Resident Evil. I don't really know either of those games. This guy. Police duty gear. That's what that is, okay. Sound like me. Definitely, I think. Look at that later. Hey you, come here. Thanks. Where all these zombies keep coming from? It was open the gate. They decided everybody wants to just come inside now that where they weren't before for some reason. Yep, house is a storage unit right now. Hey, thanks, wrecked car. Breaking up the zombies. Alright, I gotta go back over here and take another rest. Who would have thought a police station would be a hard place to get into? There's something somewhat sinister about a guy in a crazy mask like that, sitting on a bench with his hands just quietly on his knees, not moving around at all, just staring straight forward. A very sinister vibe to it. In a playground. See you, Phil. Thanks for coming out. Let's try our sword a little bit more. Whoa! No, I have not seen. I don't see very many horror movies. Okay. Come here, zombies. Yeah, although it wasn't... One of the things that Lemmy had to clarify is that it actually wasn't about juice making. That you were using juice as a example of how the system works, but you're not actually going to be making juice in the game. It was just like a sample machine they threw together for the illustration purposes. Not very many zombies inside the police station for some reason. Like you would expect this to be a little bit busier than it actually is. Back of the building. Not ready to go there just yet. Wonder if I can bait out a key from somebody. Anybody back here? Gym bottle. I guess I'll take that. Dance party. Oh, hello. Hey, thanks for bringing me a key. It's just what I need. Technically yes, but not really. We have a car that functions, but it is in terrible shape. But we are in Raven Creek, so there's not a lot of driving that you have to do. Because it's, you know, it's hard to drive in Raven Creek, so... Not really sure why I'm bothering with this, considering I don't have this proper stuff for shooting. No, one question I have, mods-wise. No, I do have Britta's weapon back. I'm surprised that Britta's... I haven't seen, like, any Britta weapons. We've obviously seen a lot of Britta's armor stuff showing up, but I haven't seen really any Britta weapons. It used to be... Last time I played with Britta's weapons, they were freaking everywhere. Oh, a new axe. Thanks. Thanks, zombie. This one's still doing alright, but I appreciate the top up. I mean, it was just in the armor list, the mod list when I looked at it. I don't know if there's something else I need to click on that I didn't click on. Whoa. Why is there a whole bunch of strippers on showing up? What kind of police office is this? Man, where do these zombies come from? Suddenly there's a million zombies. I should probably get out of here. It seems like a lot of zombies. Let's get outside at least where it's a little bit more room to move around. You like those fishnets though? I think they'd show off my gams better. And these red tights. Oh, there's the axe. Almost forgot about that. I don't have them right now. I'm wearing just red thigh-high tights right now. I suppose we could get the fishnets and make a decision later. Yeah, we'll take these fishnets. We'll work on our look in a bit. I mean, what's the other option? I just try and get the highest, like, damage reduction clothes out there? Pff, that's not very fun. I don't know, Chef was kind of funny too. The guy who makes their food for him. It seems like there's a lot of zombies in the back. Makes me wonder if there's a bug. Were all those zombies back here in this holding cell? Is that where they all came from? Yeah, you give them enough time, they'll actually... Ooh, evidence lockup. Give them enough time, they'll break down the prison doors. Takes a long time, though. Or a lot of zombies. Which could explain all those zombies that were flooding us. Yeah. So I guess... Armory, not evidence lockup? Thought it was the evidence lockup, but... But I'm already winded. Extra running is probably a bad idea. That I assume is going to go to the roof. It's the back roof. The generator if we want one. Oh, it's the firing range. I was like, what is this? Not sure what I was looking at there. Yeah, firing range. That's clever. Clever work, map maker. Good job. Tombstones. You know, every police station has second floor tombs. It's a well-known fact. It's Ravens Creek. Oh, sure, let's eat the lime too. My guess is that they'll move it. That would be my guess. Assuming the map creator is still active in the community, otherwise they'll probably just ignore it. But I think they'll probably just move it out further. Just change its XY coordinates. I don't really want to check all these desks. Got plenty of cigarettes, I don't need more. But yeah, I mean, you just take this section and put it over here. I guess. I'm not a map maker, but I don't think that's that hard to do. Out of my way, zombies. There's a second zombie right here. There he is. Whoop. Yeah. Fave zombie movie? That's a good question. I mean, there's something to be said for the old Romero zombie movies. The classics. World War Z is an okay zombie movie as long as you ignore the fact that it is nothing like what it's supposedly based on. Train to Busan is very good. That's true. I have a tendency to forget about that one, but that one is very good. I think the first half of 28 Days Later is amazing, although I dislike the second half immensely. I've actually never seen 28 Weeks Later. The second half of 28 Days Later put me off so much that I never watched any of the sequels. I've actually never played Kenshi. It's one of those games that people always tell me I should play, and I've never actually played. Oh yeah, Shaun of the Dead, classic. Let's learn the African rainbow. All right, let's try on these fishnets here. See if I like the look better than the red tights we're wearing. Oh, apparently you can wear them both. All right, so let me take off the red tights we're wearing. Yeah, I think I like that look better. Shows off the calves. So what is this? This police duty gear. Did that knock my... No, yeah, it knocked my fanny pack off. It has the same... No, it has a little bit more capacity than the fanny pack. I guess we'll wear it instead of the fanny pack. Yeah, everything that happens, it's 28 days later, everything that happens after the after they meet up with the army people is sucky in my opinion. You know, sometimes you just want to look good for you. Yeah, not everyone. Not everyone else, just you. 22:40. Should probably just go to sleep. I've never seen any of the Resident Evil movies. I've heard the first one is an okay adaptation of the game, and then the rest of them are just crazy. Alright, let's do the steak again. See ya, Blue. Thanks for coming out. I think I saw somebody move right here. Either a tree popping into existence or there's a zombie in this little area right here. Not sure which. Looks like it was just a tree popping into existence. Warm Bodies. Is that the, like, one that's kind of a romance tale? Yes, I have seen that. It lives in the... Zombie lives in a, like a... airport? Is that the one? Don't remember much about it, but I did see it at some point. Oh, eat. Alright, the weather's bad today. I wonder if we could do a little bit of mechanics grinding. Although I mean, what I really want to do is find a video store and get the mechanics videos. I don't really want to grind mechanics. That's kind of why I've been putting it off. Because I just need mechanics enough to be able to hotwire cars. Yeah, you need level 2. Level 1 electrical and level 2 mechanics. And we now have 7.8 mechanics. Woo! I actually prefer failing on these things because you don't have to deal with the like stuff that you acquire. You just... $20.48. I don't think I've seen that one. I'm really scared of a zombie coming up out of nowhere. This is my big concern at the moment. Right, let's actually stop and do a sweep, because I'm a little worried about a zombie showing up out of nowhere. zombies there. I have a carpet. Oh, you mean a, like carpet, not a rug. Need a button that's like, keep trying until you succeed. $38. Left rear window, that's what I want. I got it in one. You keep trying until you succeed. Get a new tool? That would be my suggestion. Just find a new tool. Right rear door. Where's the right rear door? Right rear door. Okay. I don't have a wrench. $48. So we're almost 2/3 of the way there. Do I have a wrench? Metal cutters. There's a wrench. Is that a thing that I don't have much chance of succeeding at that I can just fail at it over and over again? Hey, I got it. I'm busy taking apart a car in the rain. So, kind of in a thunderstorm. It's a weird, kind of a weird thing to be doing. I feel like of all of the things that they changed, like all of the sounds that they changed when they did the audio update, the sound of the thunderstorm might be the best. Like sometimes if the weather is kind of bad outside, I will legitimately have to kind of look out the window to see if it's raining here. Still getting XP for this, even though we're not succeeding. Hey, we got it. Oh, there's the first level. Level 1. Boy, I love grinding skills. Super fun. Now this is classy, like a partially taken apart car in the front yard, right? Of course, I do live in a storage unit, so. Not exactly classy. I am not getting much experience from this. Eh, probably not. There's other doors. There's other cars that we can use. Don't need this one. I found some cars that are in actually pretty good shape, but they don't. None of them have 12.75. Man, none of them have keys. Totally normal day. All right, I've had enough of that. Hang on a second, I gotta deal with something. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry, my dog threw up, so I had to go clean that up. Yeah, Kevin, I've been trying to keep an eye out for tapes, and we haven't found any tapes, which is the problem. Yeah, I think she's okay. It was not to be gross or anything, but it was just all bile-y, just like water, like or stomach acid essentially. She didn't eat her breakfast. She's been being weird about eating her food lately. We don't really know why. She's just sort of decided she doesn't necessarily want to eat when we give her food. And so I think she threw up because her stomach's been empty. Like, she seems to have a... We've run into this problem before where she seems to have an overproduction of, she overproduces stomach acid. And so when her stomach is very empty, it gets upset and then she barfs. And since she didn't eat her breakfast, she's very hungry, and so she just barfed. I'm not overly concerned about it. It fits with what stuff that's happened before, but and she seems to feel fine immediately afterwards. It's just like she just has too much stomach acid in her stomach with nothing to use it on. Yeah, yellow and watery. Yeah, she's peeing fine. She's peeing and pooping fine. She's just for some reason like... You can kind of coax her into eating. Where you know, you can sort of hold the food and pretend to eat and then sort of hand it to her, and she then, once you get it going, once you prime the pump, so to speak, she usually starts eating. But, why is there a... Apparently that's nothing. But she's been like not eating voluntarily. Oh, well, actually she will eat sometimes, but just not very consistently. It's very different from our previous dog, who was very food driven. Penny does not seem to be super food driven. Oh, I think I found all the zombies that were in this building. They're upstairs. Ladder was blocked? No. Well, hopefully that's not the case. She seems to be peeing fine. She at least pretends. Run. What have I got? Upper right arm's laceration. Alright, let's get out of here. They're waiting at the top of the stairs for me. Jerks. I didn't want to loot this building anyways. I'll make my own medical center with blackjack. Well, you. Infection is set to instant. So, if I was done, I would be done. Yeah, we took her, she had a period of time, I don't know, maybe a month and a half ago, where, she was throwing up a whole bunch. Like, it was like every day, like clockwork, at least once she would throw up. And it, I guess it hasn't really affected the swing. It cleared up after a while. And then we took her to the vet twice during that time, and she had a bunch of tests run, and nothing came back. Everything was inconclusive, so... I'm hoping that this is nothing. Because it seems to be the same. I think it's just that she didn't eat her breakfast. This is the first day when she's literally not eaten the meal. Because we're trying to get her back onto her normal schedule, so rather than letting it sit there... and for her to eat it whenever she felt like it, we picked it up this morning. So she hasn't eaten anything since last night. So I'm guessing that is the problem. Food. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on her. Like I said, she squats. She squats and pretends to pee. Or she squats and pees. Unless she's pretending, but she squats like every time you take her out, at least once or twice. So I don't think she's pretending. I didn't say I said pretend to pee in the sense that like if she's having a problem, then she's pretending. But she doesn't look concerned. She doesn't have like a distressed look when she's trying to pee. I mean, she pees exclusively in the grass. She doesn't seem to like to pee on the pavement, so it's hard to tell if there's liquid or not. But I will try and look closer. She's a small dog, so there's, you know, her clearance level to the ground is pretty low. Thanks for the free food, whoever you were that is now dead. Also, the free levels of farming that this is giving me. Okay, so the arm injury is causing more of a delay in the swing than I thought it was before, so maybe we won't go around fighting right now. Couple of blocks which direction. I head back to the house because our swing being at the speed that it is, I don't really want to do much fighting. I thought we would be okay, but we're not okay. It's true, the hand axe swing would be faster. It's alright. It's already 1600. We can just burn the rest of this day off and I'm sure it'll be fine by tomorrow. Which direction do you think the video store is? Like over here? Near the gas station? Oh, so over here. On the other side of the police station. One thing you always have to do when talking about people in Zomboid is establish your directions. For me, this is north. That's west, that's east. Some people think of this as being kind of north. I guess I could do this. Oh, finish that. Not done with that. We go to the street and go north to the intersection. 1 block to the west, and head north again, so like right here. that general vicinity. Like in here? Oh, this intersection. I wasn't even thinking about that one. It was like right here. Okay. Well, we'll have to wait for the next stream for that, because it is almost time for me to stop for the day. It's in the strip mall. Okay. We'll have to get ourselves a TV as well. We don't actually have a TV. It is helpful. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm going to close up here for the day. Thank you for coming out, everybody. Hope you had a good time. Hopefully RimWorld will be up this week, Thursday or Friday. Now that I know that I screwed up the audio, it might take longer, but hopefully it won't take too much longer. I'll see you guys later. Thanks.